We have taken this CDL training manual for every state and created an awesome CDL permit test with questions like this. Bed wear, you need at least 4 32 inches of tread depth in every major groove on the front tire. Other tires should have 2 32-inch of tread depth. You shouldn't see any fabric through the sidewalls. True or false? That answer is true. This CDL permit test has 600 plus questions from every CDL training manual. The CDL-A permit test is broken into 3 sections: general knowledge, air brakes, and combination. General knowledge, you have 50 questions, 60 minutes. Air brake, 20 questions, 40 minutes. Combination, 20 questions, 40 minutes. That can vary. Definitely the general knowledge, 50 questions, 60 minutes to complete. You have plenty of time to complete it. Now let's just take a real quick look at the actual. This is the free general knowledge test for the CDL-A portion of the test. And this is presented to you by cdlpassnow.com. There are 50 questions on the actual CDL test for general knowledge. You have 60 minutes or an hour to complete it. Um, we have set up the test so that you have one question per page. You cannot go back and change your answers, and you must have an 80% to pass. All of that stuff is already included and set up. So we're going to click continue, and it gives you your first question. Name some important steering system part. Leaf spring, vehicle frame and torque rod, tire rod, spindle and pitman arm, mainspring, axle, and spring shackle. We're going to go with this leaf spring, vehicle frame, and torque rod. And you will get instant feedback. We got this question wrong. The actual answer is tie rod, spindle, and pitman arm. So what it allows you to do is it'll give you your correct answer, what you actually selected, and the actual correct answer, so that you know when you go back that you need to change that answer, of course, to the correct answer the next time you take the test. So let's go to the next question, just for an example. And this is how the entire test is set up. Um, and it actually gives you a time limit too, so you know what kind of time you're working with. I would suggest that you don't rush through the questions. Read them, take your time. You have plenty of time for 50 questions to get through it in 60 minutes in an hour. A vehicle is loaded with most of the weight on the steering axle. What may result? Better handling, hard steering, and possible damage to the tires. Too little traction on the steering axle. We're going to say hard steering and possible damage to the tire. And let's see. And this preview mode is not going to pop up for you. And that's actually correct. So you see that that's correct. And then you can move on. Still keep in mind of your time. And you just click next. And again, you're not going to get this preview mode. It's just because we're actually in there right now doing this. Every time you park your vehicle and shut the engine off, you should leave it in gear. If it has a manual transmission, apply the parking brake, turn the steering wheel as far to the left as you can. Well, every time you park your vehicle and shut off the engine, you definitely want to apply the parking brake, right? So let's try that. Let's see if that's correct. And then we're going to, and again, you're not going to have that. And that is correct. You need to apply the parking brake. So it tells you the correct answer here and the selected answer. So that is how the test will work. The general knowledge, the air brake, the combination test, all are set up this way with your time clock right here, so you'll get used to seeing that, and suggest take your time. You will pass the CDLA test if you use this training material. We have free tests on CDL Pass now, and we have a comprehensive test that includes all of the questions that you could possibly have on this test. That's also available, and it has video guides that go along with that. But feel free to use the free test if you'd like. Again, that's CDL Pass Now, and we have some additional information on the website if you need additional information. So that's it. You just go through and make sure that you memorize all of these questions, and you are guaranteed to pass this test. No questions asked. Thank you.